Hello. Hi. Hello. I'm still setting a couple of things up here. I have not used this laptop in a long time, and I had to basically reset up a bunch of my OBS junk. streaming to reality. Hi, reality. Hello. They're over there in the corner. Bunch of losers. Nerds. So if I seem extra schizo this stream, it's because I'm talking to like Twitch on one side over here. Oh, I'm not using that camera. I'm using this camera. Hi, Twitch. Then I'm talking to reality over there. My brain is like already overloaded. Hopefully my mic is decent, audible. Where do I start? What am I doing? I feel there's something oh, music. I wanted to get up some music for you guys. Don't think I have it on my laptop though. Nah, fuck. Okay, I don't want to fuck with that. I could turn this. I don't know how that's gonna sound coming out of my phone and through the mic, but I'll leave it on and see. Okay. It might be a little bit loud because the mic is right over there. Keep that kind of quiet. We got Schmeat, and I've got a new camera here, webcam. It's a pretty cheap one. It's not great. It's maybe marginally better than my fucking laptop webcam. It's maybe not so grainy. And I can use this for VTuber tracking, which is nice. A little bit, not like good tracking, but I can't do that and also do the so yeah. But I can get some better angles with this. I can move this around. I can do this so I can actually look inside the pot and show you guys my horrible creations. And I can, you know, shuffle that around. No, not that. You just have to be careful. No, I don't want to point that at my face. Okay. Today, I'm going to make a beef and cabbage stew. Soup. More like a soup, really. Let me start this heat here. First thing I need to do is sear the meat. I'll get cabbage up here so it can come to temp. Hopefully I have this stuff well enough set up. I need to cut this in probably wash. This is not going to smoke too much because I don't want to turn on the fan because the fan is loud as fuck. Okay, I've been letting this sit for a little bit. I've got some garlic powder and salt and pepper on it. So hopefully that's set and the meat has become nice and seasoned. I'll cut this up. I'll leave that as one piece because this is mostly going to be like the fat is going to render into the broth. But it probably won't render all the way. Whatever is left, I'll probably just take that and toss it. Cut this up. I don't know how many streams I'm going to be able to get out this month. Because I'm always busy this time of year with work, trying to deliver stuff before the holidays hit, and people having all kinds of parties and holiday plans. And then second half of the month I will be in Chicago, so I won't be streaming. Hi Z. When you put the ice in the deep fryer, when I start making enough money to afford a deep fryer, maybe. I wonder how much one of those costs. Like a smaller one. I guess I could just fill this thing with oil and heat it up. But I don't want to do that. I don't usually deep fry. I never really deep fry stuff. Yeah, I guess I could just use a pot. But like, I never deep fry stuff because you have to throw out all that oil, right? Have you considered using less microplastics in your decimated cutting board? No. The plastic in my brain is what fuels the streamer content. Change the oil periodically, but the old oil you have to toss out, right? Like that just uses up so much oil compared to the amount of food it produces. Okay. There's not really as much meat as I thought in here. It's quite a lot of fat. Should make a nice broth though. Okay. Turn that down a tiny bit. Shuffle my stuff around over here. Sticks around fine. Probably don't use fish oil. Do you cook with fish oil, or do you just mean like oil that fish has been in? It's a bit too hot. Okay, shit. Hello, hello. Could you crack open the pills one by one? What have we got over here? Oh, hello. Welcome in. I'm doing good. Sorry, I'm talking to Twitch chat and reality. So if I sound extra schizo today, that's why. I want to find out some way to combine. I don't know. I don't know if reality has any sort of integration with Twitch yet. Yeah, reality. I've shared a link to that app a few times, but it's like a VTuber streaming app, and you make like a 3D like Vroid kind of model, and then there's like a gacha for extra the outfit stuff or whatever. It's pretty interesting. I like to do my cooking streams on there. Although I think the audience is generally younger. which is a little weird to me. I feel like I see a lot of kids streaming on reality. But you can set your streams to 18 plus, which I have. Where are the sad violins? I don't know. Sammy's awake. Oh, my desktop audio is muted. That's why. There you go. I don't know if reality can hear that coming out of my laptop. Let that meat simmer for a bit. And then we get le oignon. Let me do this. Also, I don't know. I hope the volume balance is all right because I've got music. Oh God. You know, it's not loud for me because I don't have headphones on. It's just coming out of my laptop audio. But the mic is right next to the laptop. So it might be extra loud for you guys. Okay, I'm going to use this big old onion and then... Wait. I'm going to add one more smaller yellow onion. It's not loud for me. I have you muted because I don't like you. Uh-huh. Sure. There we go. I'll cut that one last because that one is going to be spicy. Take a bite, guess the weight. The weight, I don't know, man. Where's the onion weigher when you need him? Hello, David? Who's David? Hi, Lotus. How you doing? I hope you've been feeling better. You've been feeling sick for a while, right? Ah, that's a spicy one. My eyes! Oh no. There we go. Out all of November. Just woke up. Good morning. I'm making a beef soup. Beef and cabbage. Traditional Albanian meal. Okay. Put that meat in there. There we go. Quickly move that. A little more olive oil. And then get all this onion in here. There we go. Send some my way. I'll mail you some. Give you a nice envelope full of soup. Okay. Just let those onions cook down a little while. And put the meat aside. Soup. Who's that? I can't read your name in the chat. Oh, hi, Jackal. Hello. Onion. No, hands off my soup. Get out of there. You freak. Soap soup. Okay, what am I doing next? Onions. Those are going to cook down a while. Toss this here. Cabbage, garlic, salt, parsley. I'm getting the parsley out. There's parsley, right? Yes. Whew. Bonk. Keep those onions moving. Get a. Do I have my big bowl? No, I used it yesterday. Then you fool. I've got one over here. Hopefully you guys don't see me duck down here. Nice. Move the meat over to the other side here. There's so much crap on my counter. Can Coyote cook like you can? Coyote can cook much better than I can. Coyote could probably run a kitchen if he wanted to. He probably has, actually, at some point. this off. There's a little fruit fly buzzing around me here. He knows the soup is coming. Penma! Hello! Wait, I gotta put my sweater away. 1:30. Hello. Go to sleep, dummy. You and Bit, 16-bit, are always, well, you've popped in a few times. 16-bit would always pop in at like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. their time. I haven't seen them in a while, though. I hope they're doing okay. I'm going to do, because I was cutting meat on that board, I'm going to cut a chunk of this cabbage over here. Just going to be annoying with this knife. Come on, there we go. Oh, nice. Cabbage. Let me check that out. I think this ought to be enough. I can chop off a little bit if I need more. Alright. Let me cook these outer leaves off first. This. If you'd get a cat tattoo, would you call it a cat tattoo? Cat 2 sounds like some alien planet in a goofy sci-fi series. Tatooine. Wolf, hello, welcome. Rabbit ass could not just leave the cabbage. I've definitely snacked on cabbage while cooking. The only reason I'm not doing it now is because I was cutting raw meat on this board earlier. Gotta season your cabbage with some delicious parasites. Cabbage. Protein. I mean, I unarchive a lot of my cooking streams, but there are probably a handful still on my YouTube. Most of them are just making soup because it's super easy to do. And it's nice to, like, the only part of making the soup that takes time is if you, like, cook the onions down. And it's nice to have chat going while I'm doing that. Hi, Miji. Watching this from an airplane. Whoa. Fancy. Where are you going? You're not driving the airplane, right? Okay, what's next? Got the cabbage ready. Let me prep the garlic. Oh, this is the cabbage. Let's see here. How much of this do I want? A lot. Actually, I guess if it's a soup like this, I don't really need to cut the garlic. I just need to peel it. Because it's all going to melt into the soup anyway. What are you guys talking about over here? Flying back to Washington from Texas. Ooh. Pilot watching Subway Surfers. I mean, what do they do during those long flights? Isn't most of it on autopilot anyway? They're just there to kind of like monitor it and then land it. These onions down a tiny bit more. I want these onions to cook nice and slow. Wow. Hey Hugh. Play Ace Combat. Venentine cookbook when? I don't know if my skills are quite on that level. A lot of what I cook is recipes from my mom. Or like, I ate this thing once and I have a vague idea of how I could imitate it. And so I do that. But I don't tend to make anything all too fancy. Mostly like soups and pastas. Peasant stuff. But once in a while I'll get fancy. Just got back from a car ride, ate so much for lunch. What am I going to eat for lunch? I don't know. I had kind of a late breakfast. This one's being annoying. I've heard people say that you can make peeling garlic easier if you like soak it in water. Maybe one of these days I will have the foresight to try that. And not fumble with it at the last minute like an idiot. There we go. These are usually not too hard. Oops. No. Okay, there we go. Oh, there's one more. What remove the flavor? Peeling the garlic? I don't know if there's much flavor in all this papery stuff. Might be a good source of fiber though. I don't know. Okay. Let me just trim the tips off of these. This one. Boot up Arknights, and I tried Arknights at one point, and it seemed interesting, but it started to get kind of grindy. I'll be right back. Okay, that's the garlic. Now I want some parsley. Gets grindy. I don't know, I guess it's just something you play over a longer time span. That should be enough. Alright, these onions are starting to brown a bit, so I've got to keep a close eye on those. Keep that cloak to the side for a bit. I'm going to start chopping this parsley. The soundtrack is good. I like a lot of the designs, and like the initial little bit of the story that I saw seemed kind of interesting, but the story was like, it was coming out so slowly, like progressing so slowly compared to the amount of grindy gameplay that I had to do. It just didn't seem worth it for me. And it wasn't like, I don't know, I'm not super into tower defense either, I guess. The only gachas that I've stuck with, Uma Musume was fun for maybe a couple months, but then I've dropped it. I haven't come back on it. I played Genshin for the longest time. For like... what was that one area? After... Shit, I don't even remember that one. Before Sumeru. Like a little while before Sumeru is where I stopped really playing it regularly. I came back for a bit, did Sumeru, but since Sumeru I haven't caught up to it. I tried to get back into it, but after like 2 years away from it, I just have no idea what's going on anymore. And it's like super overwhelming to try and catch up on. I feel like a lot of those live service games are like that, because if you start it in the beginning, you kind of evolve with it over time. But I wonder what it's like if you're just like jumping into it. It's got to be a lot to take in all at once. There's that. No! Why the sad violins? Alright, now is the difficult part of being patient, letting the onions cook down. Eat a raw garlic whole? Like I said, I would, if it weren't on the table that had raw meat on it. That's when you feel, yeah, Honka Impact Food. Wash it off. Yummy. Mmm. Yum. Listen, I'm not in the kitchen. It's all going into the pot. It's all gonna boil. If I were in the kitchen, it would be a different story. The only person at risk is myself. It's fine. The only time I do this is when I'm making a soup, and it's all just going into the same pot. So it's whatever. I just have to fucking wash my hands and not touch my eyes. Ooh. Onions are starting to smell nice. They still need some time. E-boy, E. coli. I am going to boil the fuck out of this soup. It's going to be boiling for a few hours. I want to render all that fat and get a nice broth. Thank you for the follow, Hugh and Miji. Okay, what's left here? Carrots I'm going to do later, because I don't want the carrots to boil for several hours. They're going to turn into mush. Back to land. Okay, Miji. Safe travels. Bye-bye. Nice to see you. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh. Are these still good? No mold on them, so this should be fine. I'm gonna throw in a tomato. That moving. I'm going to throw in one little tomato for a little bit of acidity. See you. Just gonna mash all this up. Get all those juices out. Now I really gotta keep these onions moving. They're starting to color up nicely here. I don't know how well you can see that. But they still got a ways to go. You gotta get nice and brown. And you get that complex, sort of sweet, roasty flavor. Water. All right. What's left? I guess that's it. Just gotta put these onions down now. Once I've got this soup on a steady simmer, I'm also planning to make some pumpkin bread. I've been wanting to make that for a while. I'm gonna put some of this away. Oh man, that garlic is gonna sit in my mouth all day now. Or at least until I eat something else. I guess I'll get these carrots ready for later. Grab a couple of these. And a nice thick one. I guess these are all kind of small. This will do. One. And there's two. Alright, those are ready for later. What do we think, chat? Can we go more? Is it brown enough? I think we can go a little more. Got another few minutes before I throw the garlic and parsley in. Just a tiny bit longer. What else do I have to do today? I got a vacuum today. Is that a piece of cabbage on my wall? Okay. Now let me throw the garlic and the parsley in there. Those cook just a bit. Ready. Now I want to I want a little bit of flour. Where's my tablespoon measure? Get a tablespoon of flour in here. Maybe I can add. I'm going to sprinkle that in little by little. Just kind of toss it around a bit. I just want that to cook a tiny bit. Give that like 30 seconds there. Cooking soup while you play Helldivers. Nice. I really do like the sound of cooking. That's why I like to do these streams. I don't know how peaceful I am knocking my stuff around here, but like the sizzling and the mixing. Those are nice sounds, I think. Okay, put in the tomato. Should help us. I guess there's not really enough liquid in there to deglaze. Okay. Now, I'm going to let that tomato cook on the heat for a second. Turn this heat up a bit. I'm going to use some wine. Quieter than my Mexican. A little bit of red cooking wine. I'm going to use this to deglaze Let's get the heat now. I want to pull all these burnt bits off of the pan. There's going to be a lot of flavor in the nice. Use more? No, it's enough. I don't like a whole lot of wine. A lot of recipes call for more. I usually don't use quite as much. I just like a little bit. Use a tiny bit of broth so that we get I can make sure everything is nicely deglazed here. Okay. Now we can throw the meat back in. All those juices from the meat. Now, I want... I'm going to put a generous amount of paprika. A little more. Good amount of paprika in there. Turn down the heat a tiny bit. There's that. A little more broth in there. Do I need here? Some bay leaf. There's a few of these guys in here. Put just a tiny bit of this stuff, vegeta. This stuff is in like everything that Albanians cook. But I'm only going to put a little bit in there. It's just some sort of like vegetable seasoning, powdered vegetable stuff. To that broth in there. Nice. Those bay leaves under there. And I'll put a tiny bit more black pepper. Okay. Then we're going to put all the cabbage in on top of that. Mix all that in. Doesn't have to quite cover. A little more water in there. It's mostly covered. Make sure I didn't miss anything here. I think I'm good. I don't. Sometimes I put a little bit of thyme, but I don't think I really need it since I put the fresh parsley in there. Okay. So that's about it for the soup. I'm going to bring that up to a nice boil. The steam will cook down the cabbage, so eventually it should sink down into the rest of the soup. And that is that. Move this out of my way here. Okay, now I wanted to make some pumpkin bread. Better get ready for the day. All right. See you, Wolf. Thanks for stopping by. Rinse that bowl out. Do this last time. Where's my pumpkin stuff? Oh. This. Okay. So, what I'm going to do is got a can of this stuff. Pumpkin. There's enough junk in there to make... Actually, I did buy an extra loaf pan. I could make two loaves. Yeah, I'll just double my usual recipe. Okay. We're gonna vibe this out. I just have to remember to double everything. I'm basically going to do the same kind of recipe that I do for like zucchini bread or banana bread-ish. I'm just going to double everything so that it matches the right amount for this like pumpkin puree. And then I'll mess with a few things. So first off, actually, let me get a separate bowl. Woohoo! Oh, that was close. I'm gonna get 3 cups of flour. What am I trying to do here? 3 cups of flour. With my broken measuring cup that I somehow snapped the handle off of a while ago. Still don't know how I did that. People always say that like baking is super precise, and that's true if you're making like a confection, or if you're really particular about like the texture of the kind of bread you're making or something. But if you're just making a simple like sweet bread, you really don't have to be that exact. I've got roughly 3 cups of flour. I'm going to, let's see, what do I usually, where's my brown sugar? And more of this eventually. Okay, 3 cups of flour. I'm going to do a ½ cup of brown sugar. Okay. I'm going to need more brown sugar. Next time I go to the store, I'm going to do... I'm not exactly sure how much of this I need. 2 teaspoons ought to do it. Oh, shit. Spill a little bit there. Let's do another of those. That ought to do it. Might be way too much, I don't know. Hopefully my bread doesn't explode. Put this in at the end. I'm going to put a little bit of molasses in at the end, just for that extra flavor and a little more sweetness. Oh, shit. I'm going to melt 1 stick of butter. Got flour, baking soda, sugar, butter, egg. I'm gonna need vanilla. This is still not boiling. I feel like I'm missing something. No, the vanilla is for the pumpkin bread. I've moved on, you fool. I wonder how vanilla would taste in a soup, though. What am I doing here? Butter's almost done. What do I need? You and your violins. You silly. Let the rest of that butter melt down for a bit. Open this pumpkin stuff in the meanwhile. Ah, come here. No, that's not it. You missed it. Better luck next time. Drink? I do need a drink, actually. Thank you. Thank you for the hydrate. I can't see those very well. You want more? Cup number 2. Oh. Oh. I see you picking around. No. You're the artist here. You have the power. You can do what you want. This is starting to boil. You can put that down to a shimmer. Draws you big and round. I would rather you didn't, but you have free will. So, you know, what can I do? Eggs, and then vanilla. Ah, that's good stuff. It's one. I'm gonna put 2 teaspoons in here. How much is left in here? Okay, I'll just finish that up. Why are you people like this? I'm trying to do my nice, innocent, relaxing cooking stream, and you're in here drawing me big and round. Going herb. Cinnamon. A lot of cinnamon. I love cinnamon. Some allspice. Throw that in there. That's maybe a little too much. Oh well. Nutmeg. I'm not even going to read the rest of that message. I just saw toes sucked. I'm glad you're having a good time, though. That's good for you. And then a pinch of clove. Just a little bit here. Maybe a little more. That stuff comes out pretty strong. And then, this might be a little... I don't think what I have here is finely ground enough. Maybe a little bit. Maybe if I shake it through this thing. I've got some secret spice here. I'm going to strain that through here. I don't think much of it is going to make it through. I have to grind this down a little more. And ground some fresh stuff, but maybe we'll get a little bit in there. I'll make it interesting. Do I ever backread chat? Not really. I might, you know, pause what I'm doing and go back and read a few messages if I haven't been looking for a bit, but do you have any dried mandrake? Might be some of that in here. I don't know. I went to like a company event, and they gave us a simmer kit, which is like a whole bunch of spices and stuff that you just like put on the simmer to make your house smell nice. There's all kinds of stuff in there. I just kind of like, you know, I blind grabbed stuff out of the bag, ground it up, put it in here. So hopefully it's all edible. It's probably fine. Maybe I can sue them if I get sick. I know there was like clove and like coconut peel and might have been a little bit of star anise. There's all kinds of stuff in there. It smells real good though. There's a little bit of like dried orange lemon zest. Hi Loader. Have a nice day. Thank you for coming by. Here we go. Is that everything? I feel like I'm missing something. Hold on. Give me a second. That should be everything. For that. Okay. So now this thing. Yeah, oh, okay. Ah. Get all this butter in here. Use that to start this dough. It's going to be kind of stiff at first. But I'm going to mix this pumpkin puree in. I love the smell of pumpkin. All that in there. It might need some milk to further mix everything and get the texture right, because the recipe probably calls for a little more butter than I used. There we go. That's a workout. This might be okay, actually. Maybe a tiny splash of milk. Do you have good tips for resume building and interviewing? I mean, it depends on the position. I don't know if I have anything that like isn't just the same thing most other people will tell you, like have questions ready to ask them. You know, do some research on the company, on the position. Ask stuff relevant to the position, to the company, to the person interviewing you. Look up like what are common questions asked for this kind of interview prep stuff. Milquetoast answered. I told you. I haven't done an interview in a long time. Okay, I think this is good. This is a nice stiff batter. Okay. And add some walnuts. No. I like half to sneeze, but it's not coming. That was weird. Hey Reggie, there's going to be milk and toast perhaps. Measure about a cup of this stuff. There we go. There's that. Oh, no, not this time. No banana. Scatter those a bit. And then I'm gonna throw some raisins in here as well. Ah! Okay, that'll do. Nice. And now, actually, I might not need to add milk because I do like a good banana bread. I might make some later in the week because I have some bananas. Let me mix these a tiny bit. And then top it all off with a little bit of molasses. And I'm just going to kind of revive that out. Ooh, there we go. Mix all that in there. Oh, those are good noises. Oh yeah. Oh, you hear the suction on that? The grip. There we go. I love molasses, but it is super annoying to handle and cook with. Okay. There we go. Oh. Ooh. If you coat the measuring cup with cooking spray, a little bit of oil before molasses. Oh. Makes sense. Maybe I'll try it next time. Okay. I have... Oh shit, I forgot to preheat the oven. No! Whatever. I don't have... One sec, I've got to shovel some things here. I don't have room. Oh my god. Ooh, okay. Now I have. Some parchment paper. I'm gonna fill this up. Get about half the dough in there. There's one, and then oh my god. Go. Oh yeah. Fuck. Would you rather be called neurospicy? No, I think if somebody... Well, I guess it depends on the context. Right? If somebody is using it as an insult, I think I would feel more insulted by that than retarded. Also, it didn't get flagged here. I don't know. Maybe in the Twitch chat it got flagged. I need to figure out my fucking Twitch chat settings. Because I thought I turned off like all the censoring bullshit. Get my super little poke. Oh. Just the rest of that cabbage down in there. Oh, it smells good. Fogged up my glasses though. Okay. Before I finish pouring it, we trim this. This all isn't in the way. Can you say the funny word in chat? You can say whatever you want. As long as it's not about minorities, maybe. Unless that minority is Albanian or any other Balkan country. Misbehave and get you. Don't say I'm trying to make these two roughly even. You think this tastes okay raw? That tastes alright. Probably chopped chicken in that. No. I'm a lot more careful with chicken than I am with beef. Okay, this is simmering nicely. Pumpkin. Yeah. Oven is just about 350. Good enough. And we'll give those about an hour. What time is it now? Okay. Put some of this junk away. When are you gonna when did you lose it? What? How did... Huh? New account? Oh. Oh, I didn't... Did I never edit for this? Okay. I will do that later because I'm... Oh my god. My laptop... My laptop is like... teetering on the verge of death just streaming this. These away. Oh my god, there's crap everywhere. Oh, okay. Got these carrots for later. And it's I'm all set. Okay. What are you guys talking about here? Nixie, hello. Hi, hi. Oh mein Gott. This cave is full of blunt smoking. Joker, what? Me? This guy? I'm just a little guy. I'm just a little guy who does some cooking. He makes some soup. You want to see my soup? Look at this. Look at this beauty. Hold on. Oh. Wow, thank you for the follow. Gonna bathe you in steam. Oh, it smells good. Why does this? I don't know, man. She hates me. She comes in here and tries to ruin my life. And threatens to draw me big and round. Who does that to a person? It's fucked up. My own ma treats me like this. Okay, I'm gonna end the reality stream first. So goodbye to anyone watching on reality. Sorry I couldn't pay attention to you guys very much. But thank you for stopping by. Bye-bye. And that. Nice. What do you mean I got 1,000 likes? I don't believe you. Whatever. What are you talking about now? Gotta toughen that kid up? I'll never make it in the real world. I have a job in an apartment. I did martial arts, you know. I can fight you. Whoa. What is this? This is gonna be a lot of cleanup. I don't wanna. Somebody come clean up my kitchen for me. Clean up my kitchen. I'll give you some soup and some pumpkin bread. Yo, shh. Shh, shh. They don't need to know that. I know enough, okay? I can maybe throw a person 1.5 times my size. Hire a maid. Why are you subscribed to me? I don't know. Don't stop doing that, idiot. Yeah, the only person. Listen, you're subscribed to me. Are you? What's it called? Are you affiliate yet? Because if I subscribe to you and you subscribe to me, the only person winning is Jeff Bezos. Not anymore? What? How? I literally do nothing, and I'm still an affiliate somehow. I stream like once a month at this point. This is how AI investment works. Exactly. It's a bubble. Oh, not subscribe to me? Okay, good. I don't actually know. I don't know what I get with subscriber goals. I guess I get promoted to partner eventually, and I get a better cut of like ad revenue or something. But I don't know. I'm not on here to make money. Too lazy, nerd. I literally just want affiliate for the redeem stuff, because funny. Posture check? What posture? I'm not... You want me to stand at attention? So yes, sir. Have to apply to part. Okay, yeah. I ain't built for that. I'm just here to be a funny little guy for like 5 people. Okay. I've got to go take a shower and then shave and then vacuum my apartment and then clean up all this crap. Had a record of 11 this stream. Oh, like people coming in and out? Yeah, I'm surprised how many people came in and out this stream. Maybe this is actually a good time slot. I don't usually stream around this time. I'm usually a little later in the afternoon or at night. And I actually get pretty good traffic on reality. Not too many returning people, but anytime I do a cooking stream on reality, I usually get a handful of people showing up. When I stream now, no one watches. It's always like, oh, at this time? I don't know. When I was first starting out, I definitely had more people hopping in because they were just like curious, like, oh, Ven is streaming. And then after a while, everyone knows you're streaming. But they all have like other people that they want to watch more. Sad. It's a very saturated market. Gotta be around. I read that and my mind immediately thought you were saying gotta be big enough. Oh God, what have you done to me? Oh no. You need to do outlandish things. I'm not built for that. At least not on my own. This tends to get decent traffic when I'm just like cooking. People will come by and say hi and like tune in for a little bit. I need to do more collabs or like streaming with people, because I'm definitely like when I have people to knock off of, I can, what's the word? I'm a little more active. My energy goes up a little bit. Foot cams are where it's at right now. Is that so? I've got slippers on. Still in my PJs. Oh? Oh, is this what you're here for? Is this what the internet wants? I could do Albanian dancing. Hold on. What is it? It's 2. This is what we do for like 3 hours. Just go in circles like that. Take off the slippers. I don't know. You're not subscribed to me anymore, so I don't know if you know, it's the kind of content you don't just do for anybody. All right, enough fan service. What time is it? Okay, I gotta get out of here. I gotta go. Thank you guys for coming by. It was really fun today. I'll hopefully, I don't know how much I'll do it this month because I'm gonna be out for half the month. But when I come back, now that I have a nice webcam that is kind of unfocused for some reason, hello? I want to do cooking streams more regularly. Do you want to play Isaac? We should. We should do. I mean, we should do something later. Pot steam, maybe. Not that kind of pot steam. Don't be getting ideas. I'm a gentleman. I'm a well-behaved citizen. Actually, is it still illegal here? It might be legal now. I don't remember. What was I saying? But yeah, I mean, if you want to do something tonight, sure. I don't have any plans. I was maybe gonna stream Shining Force, but let me know if you guys wanna play some friend slop. Okay, bye. Later. Get out of here, nerds. Where's my screen? Bye bye.